Previously, on Stories Untold. There is writing on the wall and the utility room door that has a red X painted on it. It was my fault.
Our volunteer, Mr. Aition.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't be afraid.
Impact of planet's surface has torn a hole in the ship hull. Poisonous atmosphere spills into your craft.
James, the last signal hasn't sent. My terminal is going crazy demanding a response.
Birds.
I can't feel my legs, James. James, go to them. Tell them what happened.
But...
I think that's enough of that for now.
Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. You read my mind. Hot damn. Okay.
You're quite fond of this show, aren't you?
Considerably. Wait. The show?
Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
Wait. This isn't a game.
This place must be starting to feel like home to you.
I don't know, I feel a little out of place.
Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually.
Hold on, I look at
Just
this
in here.
poster. What? Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Mister?
are we through in the next room? Just relax and we'll get started in a moment.
Well.
Right, Mr. Aition, now are you ready? Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready.
Mr. Aition, that's the name of the scientist from session 2.
This is subject 12-19-86-23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander, leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Aition. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident. In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring this back. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember.
It's time.
Your mind. It's like a conscious black box. It can show you your memories. Look into it.
Oh, this thing. Well. Welcome back.
In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma. We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything really to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
I do remember. on the FM band. And it's the only wavelength available to us.
This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12.
Enough of that. Wow. Okay, so we're not done with this report. God, how much of the other stuff do we have to do then? I wonder if there's any Easter eggs here. Wait, hold on. This isn't the same document. Wilson Police Department, road traffic accident, report file. What does this say? 20F, fatal accident. That was part of the code. 20F. James Aition, injured. Number of injuries, 1. Number deceased is redacted. Passenger 1, redacted. Date of birth, vehicle, sedan, blue. Okay. Arrived on scene to discover 2 cars that had been involved in a near head-on collision. Mr. Aition found lying down outside of his vehicle with head injuries. An ambulance was immediately called. His passenger was trapped in the vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained from the collision. The driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle on the passenger seat. Mr. Aition was questioned on scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan being clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid. Mr. Aition's passenger was his sister. The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 20 years. Oh no. Your sister. She was the subject in the first episode. These are linked. It wasn't apparent before. It is clear as day now. Code word reference. Report. Line 1. "20F fatal accident." Is that what you're looking for? 20F. Empty whiskey. Out of control. Alright, let's see if my hunch is correct. Nope. Bring it back. Correct. Wow. Nailed it.
Find the signal, James. Listen to the voices. You have to face it, James. Finally.
James, were you the cause of the accident? $7,000 FM. Guy, you can see the next radio signal.
It's not like him. At all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband. He was fine. No way he caused this. It's him. This Haitian guy. He's got something to hide.
Really? Ooh. This doesn't make sense to you. You step out into the hospital ward, but it seems abandoned. Your vision is blurry. That it is. This is where we should be. All of your episodes were recorded on tape. This is the 4th. Dr. Alexander's always watching remotely. I don't know if anyone else is ever with him. Well, I'm confused. Do I have feet? I do not. You tense up. Someone else is here. God, this is almost like a text adventure, but, you know, you can see everything. Who else is here? No? Oh, is this what made the racket? Hello? Is anyone here? No? No one here? What's this?
We found him lying there sobbing while his sister died in the car next to him. While Hennings died next to him. What the fuck was he thinking? She was still alive when we got to her. If he'd have done something, they could all still be here.
What? If he had done something? As in, Jacob? I forget your last name, Jacob. I killed the game. There we go. You wash your hands, but this place feels pointless. Huh. I got an achievement for that. I feel like I'm on the hunt for goodies now. You grab the keys from the table. They weigh heavy in your hands. Case in point, I found goodies. Ooh.
Today was the first session with Mr. James Aition, although I fear it will certainly not be his last. When asked about events that have happened in the past, he confused fact and fiction and told us a story about a computer game that was talking to him. I think he was back at his own house, his mum and dad's house, and he always talked about a room with a red X, one he couldn't get in. I don't know what any of this means or what it's got to do with the accident, but I guess some more sessions will maybe reveal that. We're going to try again tomorrow.
That was the first episode. House abandoned. Pull the fire. This certainly feels like an emergency. Yeah, it does. And you'll have to pardon me, I am looking for goodies now.
He has quite an imagination, Mr. Aition. I guess it's from the shows he's been watching. This time he described an A&E visit as a government conspiracy, some sort of lab. It's It's interesting stuff. And it's obviously pure fiction. But I guess it's just his way of coping for now. We'll see how we progress in future sessions.
Wow, this is an interesting way of delivering the narrative. This would have been Henning's bed. It's cold to the touch. Did I see a cassette tape? Nope, I saw a wheel. Henning's bed, huh? So, Hennings was the drunk one. Am I right in that assertion? Hennings was drunk, but it doesn't add up. The other police report was like, I've known him for a long time. Alcohol's never involved. Aition, Mr. Aition, what? So you crash, right? So here's the scenario. Near head-on collision, smash. Jacob Aition here crawls out from the wreckage and goes, oh no, I'm totally boned. Takes his whiskey bottle, dumps it onto the driver, Mr. Hennings, just glug, 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 glug. Now he smells like a whiskey. Discards the bottle into his car, comes back to the wreckage to be found by local PD. And oh no, we've been hit by a drunk driver. How unfortunate. Is that what has you down? That's what you're so guilty about. So wait, you did all that because you were responsive at the scene, but you just came out of a coma. It feels totally unfamiliar, yet somehow you feel you've been here before. You only caught a glimpse of the room. You guess that's why there's no detail here. I was gonna say, it's a very plain Jane room. Ah, more tape.
You honestly believe that Hennings was drunk at the wheel and not this little shit? If he wakes up, when he wakes up, I want answers. Until then, you handle it. You write it up. I'm out.
Yeah. Seems others had their suspicions. You spent most of the waking moments in here. The only video they have, some horror compilation. Trash. I get the feeling I've found all of the recordings, because I got an achievement on that last tape. Something about you remembered. Come on, can you slip by? Can you slip by? No, okie dokie. I think I'm right. Honestly, I think I'm right. Another door you never opened. You don't know what was in there. The exit. The waiting area is dark, but you can feel a presence right behind you. There was nothing there. The tone has changed. Someone breathes on your neck, standing over you. There's no one there. feel like I'm playing PT again. There's someone right behind me. My vision is blurry. Is that my conscious behind me? You feel dread in the pit of your stomach. Through this door, is it salvation?
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward. The other passengers died in the accident. I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules. Come on, 100 joules. Charge amp full to 10.
Here we go. Get ready for a ride, Jacob. Oh, 100 joules. Oh.
Come on.
My bad. Crank it up.
Can we get this on the screen, please?
You got it, Chief. Power on. Not the X-ray, not that. We want RGB. Oh, here we go. We're charged and good.
Come on, 100 joules. Charging up full to 10.
We're ready. Let's go.
Clear. No reaction from first stage. Let's try higher. 200 joules. Keep the amp charged at 10.
This is why it was a heart in the monitor.
200 joules. Keep the charge at 10. Let's go.
I heard you, Doctor. We're cranking it up. But the heart burst.
Clear. Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again. 360, charge full.
The heart burst at the end. That means
Come
he
on, 360,
died.
hurry.
You got it, Doctor. Come on.
Clear. Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse. Rhythm is stable. We need to run an X-ray right away.
You got it, Doctor. X-ray.
Where are we with that X-ray?
Coming
Let's
right
get
up.
going now, please.
So we don't need that. What do we need for the X-ray data? No. This. We're ready, Doc.
Looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation. Switch on a drill, please.
Drill's on, Doctor. Bring it in.
The drill, please.
Yes, the drill's very on, Doctor. We're set.
Mr. Aition, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great. We need you to stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps.
Oh, God.
We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
That went into your head. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mom, Dad, and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. 10:05. Is that when it happened? When everything came to an end? Look around. The room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mom and Dad. There's a door to the hall. Open door. Wait. Say hello. You exchange pleasantries, nod and smile, nod and smile. Say goodbye. Oh well, never one to say goodbye. Open door. Oh, okay. Look at door? The doorway is wide open, allowing guests to move freely throughout the house. Enter hall. You push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great big banner up across the main wall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned in almost every horizontal space. Stairs lead up through the party, though the party is firmly downstairs. Can I enter the kitchen? I seem to remember there is a door that I can't enter in there. They say all the best parties are in the kitchen. The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table. The party's in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, though no one is eating it. Look at roast. That sounds delicious. It looks great. Oh, okay. Eat roast, just all of it. Maybe later. Open door. Just as you're about to head inside the utility room, Jen places her hand on you. You hug. You're gonna miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks if you're enjoying the party. Yes. You tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. Tells you to enjoy it anyway. And to loosen up, she asks you to get her a drink. Pour a drink. You pour Jen a drink, and one for yourself too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have everything sorted for the big trip. Yup. She repeats herself, asking if you're ready for the trip. Yes. You tell her yes, that you have packed everything with plenty of room to spare. Another hug. Your family have really gone out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective and maybe not fuck up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding, and smiling at improving faces. There's so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink. You pour down another drink. Anything to move the night along. Enter door. You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskeys. Sealing the floor racks, a collector, although he does actually drink them too. There is a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we're so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really. but you have to try it. With your whiskey in your hand, you take the room around you. There must be hundreds, no, thousands of pounds worth of drink here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey. You take a swig. It's probably the best and strongest you've ever tasted. Ever. Just, wow. I was right, wasn't I? You drank a lot of whiskey. And then you went driving. You head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That was one strong whiskey. You take another swig. Give the thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Poor Dad. I wonder if he blames himself, too. You go back out to the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through, and you make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand. Go back. I don't understand. Enter. Kitchen. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Aition, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I'm so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Aition, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
She knows. You're standing in the hallway. Something has stopped you in your tracks while searching your mind. Your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echo. Tell her no. Damn it, Jacob. Damn it. Maybe your keys are in the kitchen. The kitchen is busy. Way too many people crammed in here, but I guess this is where the food and drink are at. The guests are like a set of vultures picking at their roast on the kitchen counter. Your dad is locking up the utility room. It's difficult to move around in here between all the people on the kitchen table. Talk to Dad. Dad tells you to take your sister home, but to go slow since you've had a few drinks already. Your dad stops you. No way, son. I think you've had enough of my hard-earned collection. Funny. Oh, the roast has been picked to the bone. Nothing but a bony carcass remains. Geez, save me some next time. Cripes. You head back out into the hallway. You're standing back in the hallway, bottle of whiskey in hand, but no car keys. Jen points to the living room and sighs as she puts on her coat. You sure your keys are in the living room? The living room has a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat in the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet. Look around. The coffee table, a drinks cabinet, one of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Search. Jacket. You search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha! Car keys in the pocket. You grab both. Kiss your mom. Hug mom. High five mom. Fine. Enter hallway. Keys in hand, you head back into the hall. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning, and no one else is in a fit state to drive. You can handle it, though. You know the road like the back of your hand. Don't you? You open the front door and walk out into the freezing night. The cold air hits you. You're glad to have your jacket with you. There is a dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house. The car sits at the front of the house. Is there a way to not do this? Is there a way to not drive drunk? Go around back. She sighs and comically taps her feet. Apart from the little escaping from the party indoors, the yard is pitch black. You used to love stargazing here. You stumble around in the darkness looking for the perfect spot to take the majesty of the night. Damn it. Come on. Can we go back in time? Undo this damn situation? Jennifer looks relieved as you head back around the front of the house. The cold air hits you. You're glad to have your jacket with you. Damn it. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you that maybe use the key in your hand. Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the car door open and climb inside. The car is freezing. As you fumble around with the seatbelt, your sister opens the glove box and hands you a note and a key that was inside. She tells you that it's for when you return. The note is from your dad and reads, "Hi, son. Hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back to get the power and lights on. Also, found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy." The car is freezing. Both you and Jen have your seatbelts on and are ready to go. It's time to go. Bye, Jen. I'm sorry. You try to turn the ignition with sheer willpower, despite holding the keys in your hand. Oh, goddammit. Use keys. It takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition. You turn the key in the ignition and the car roars to life. I'm sorry, Jen. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have done this. I should have said no. You could have slept in my room. We could have slept in our old rooms. We didn't have to do this. You very hesitantly release the handbrake. You put the car into gear and pull out of the driveway like... I am driving, very drunk, on the road towards town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. Go left. You don't want to, but you had better ask Jen for directions. Ask Jen for directions. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left. Of course it's left. Go left. You turn your car left at the junction and accelerate. Confident that you're on the right road now, you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. Slow down, man.
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
It's not what really happened, though. Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you. Crazy, sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming directly at you, but really slow, like slow motion. Slow down. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it.
James, for fuck's sake, pull over!
The lights merge with your car. The outside joins the inside. The whole world around you begins to scream.
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
You wake up in the car. Your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity, trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis. Poisonous fumes spill into your car from the engines. You are in grave danger. You have to get out of here. Undo seatbelt. I don't understand. The alien wreckage, that was a car accident. You're in grave danger. Have to get out of here. Open car door. Can't move. Your seatbelt isn't still in place. Use seat belts. You release yourself from the seatbelt. Gravity takes over and you slump on the roof of the car. Leave car. You squeeze to the wreckage and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car has smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You're standing, holding your whiskey and your dad's note, and flashing lights are approaching at a distance. Drag Jen out. Help, Jen. Look around. A crash site. Smoke billows from the crashed cars to the sky above. Exterior lights flickering on and off. Look at other car. The hazard lights are blinking and fumes are rising from the engines through the smashed windows. You can see the motionless driver. Help, driver. He's dead, James. He can't be helped. But it might still be able to help you. Use whiskey. I don't want to do this, but this is what you did, isn't it? Yes, good, James. What exactly do you want to do with the whiskey? Give to driver. With lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the thrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection with the whiskey. You then, very deliberately, spill the remainder of the bottle's contents onto the driver and toss the incriminating evidence into his passenger seat. A circle of flashing lights surround you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Ah! What is this? Look at silhouette. The silhouette is a police officer in a uniform. He beckons you to approach. Go to officer. As you approach the man, the pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer.
I know you. I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember. It was all your fault. I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James. Say it. Tell them. Listen to yourself.
It has to end, James. Do you not understand?
I understand.
Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Aition. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
God damn. And you're living it with this guilt. Just gnawing at you. Damn. On the one hand, I wish there was an opportunity to change what's been done. But that's how it is with mistakes of this magnitude. You either come to grips with it, or it eats you up inside. Ultimately, James finally did the right thing after mistake after mistake. Damn. That was intense. That was really intense. I'm gonna let the credits roll while I just kind of let that set in. Well, that was Stories Untold by Devolver Studios, I believe. And now that they are Stories Very Told. Honestly, I hope this becomes a running series. I could see this sort of thing being done more often. And I hope they do. Session 1 to 4 with James Aition by Dr. Alexander. And the doctor was right. We did come to regret that. To regret it. This was a very clever form of storytelling. Extraordinarily clever. And very gripping, too. I didn't see a lot of opportunity for replayability, but I do, nevertheless, highly recommend giving this a go. This is quite the experience.
I can't film that next, James.
I want to thank you very much for watching. And until next time, take care.